So, my speech tribute to is someone who, with the financial and power influence to help change the world. And of course, there are a few people who can do that. One of those people is obviously Bill Gates, who actually helps out people in terms of giving scholarships for colleges or for helping doing vaccinations with people in foreign countries. But this one is a bit different. This one is actually about a man who is trying to make the Earth a little bit better, one step at a time. From solar cells to making an autonomous vehicles. This person, his name is Elon Musk. So Elon Musk was is one of the inspirations I have. Also because due to I'm also an engineer. One of the reasons is that what he does is, even with the financial power he has, he's able to help people that are going on. So one of them would be he does solar. One of them would be that he recently purchased a company called Solar City, and now he is trying to revamp it as a obviously solar panel. Another one would be solar roofing, which is a very new stages, where the availability of having different tile roofs, which is going to be solar cells, which cut down the cost of power generation by like hydraulic dams, which we all know can be very how to say detrimental to the environmental hazards around the area, such as breed spawning, such as in Washington with the sturgeons, and salmon spawns too. So this will help eliminate the energy crisis a little bit. Though, even though it's a little bit, if more people buy into the idea of having more solar cells, I guess, roofing, it would probably help a lot to the earth itself. Such as, of course, we're going away from that coal mining and oil, and that's another thing that's going to be brought up, is that we all know that Elon Musk has a company called Tesla. And Tesla, as we already know, is an autonomous electrical vehicle that he has developed. That, of course, is a bit more trickier because it's moving, there's not a lot of charge stations, and the idea of having an autonomous vehicle is kind of scary, which is understandable. But however, there's always constantly improvements. There's going to be a Mark III, so hopefully, with that one, we have more cameras, have all the other stuff, more cameras, more radar, and I've heard that there is going to be a test where he's going to have a Tesla car and a person who's driving it from California to New York. So doing that is actually a huge accomplishment in terms of autonomous vehicle. Of course, in our school, there's several people who are also very interested, and there's several professors that are also very interested in doing autonomous vehicles. And doing that, it helps the idea that one day we may not have to drive, though driving will be sometimes required, of course. It's really hard not to feel that you need to drive, just in case someone gets called for some emergency. Because there's sometimes autonomous vehicles can do that. But the idea is that the most important idea is electrical vehicles. Elon Musk tries to make at least the roads a lot cleaner. And the idea is to do that is to make an electrical vehicle. And of course, there is some things with like hydraulic dams, solar power. There is such thing as geothermal power also does the same thing, which is all which some of those are renewable, such as geothermic and solar power. Yet the idea is that sometimes a hydraulic dam is not very good in terms of, as I said again, spawning seasons of fish, or the building of lakes that could overgrown or drastically change the landscape around them, forcing the environmental life to disperse. Of course, those dams are necessary in powering those homes. And again, as I said earlier, that there is such thing as solar panels or solar panel roofing that does that thing. Now, what I also forget is that, how I say this, is that he is using his influence in a way where he's trying to change the young minds of people of the upcoming generations, thinking that electrical vehicles are cool. Electrical vehicles are the next new thing that the world has to do, and it's kind of true. Next thing would be is the SpaceX, where she's trying to do how I say, a new level of traveling. Of course, sounds pretty cool. Yet there are some kinks about that. But in the end, what he does and his goals are very, very inspirational to me. It's because that he uses his financial influence to make a change. Even if it's a small change, just enough to do everything that I would have wished I could do. If I could join this company, that'd be great. Unfortunately, there is, experience and all that stuff. But if one day the opportunity arises, I would love to work with them. Thank you.